The Ocean Race Europe turned out to be a fascinating event and, if I'm honest, far closer than I'd expected. So here's what happened in the third and final offshore leg.
The red sails of Sailing Poland are out and they are clear, and they have really played that perfectly.
At the start of the leg, 3 VO65s were within 1 point of the overall lead.
And they are going to have a real wide lane for themselves to choose from, plenty of fresh air.
In the Amoca 60s, 3 teams were tied on points. There was everything to play for in both classes. There was breeze at the start, but it wasn't going to last. The Amoca 60s enjoyed some foiling, and AXA Nobel stretched out an early lead. But these were nervous times for frontrunners Merpuri Racing Foundation and Offshore Team Germany.
Avantage Team Germany.
And fun though it was, the foiling was about to stop and the stress levels start to increase.
We have a bit of a split in the fleet again. After the first mark already, Poland and the Austrian team already chose to go offshore, while the rest of us are going inshore.
Picking a route ahead of the drop in breeze was the first hurdle, and Simeon Tiempont summed it up.
Who's going to be right in the end, you know? It's a navigator's game.
And when the breeze shut down, teams were committed to living with the choices that they'd made. But it was agonising for all.
It's a love and hate relationship. All day we didn't have much shade, and you're going to see a lot of lobsters tomorrow.
Team Childhood and Team Germany stayed north. The rest went south. Some had been here many times before.
When it's really light, what is really important is never stop. And you have to be cool, because it's light until the end.
Working their way around the Balearics, the bulk of the fleet used light sea breezes to make progress. And when it was time to head north, the result of their choices were revealed.
We know down there is Cannes and Monaco and Champagne and Caviar. Here we're still on freeze-dried and salty water.
In the VO65, Sailing Poland were leading the fleet. The overall race leaders and favourites in this class, Merpuri, were third, with Team Childhood in between. But Merpuri had proved on leg 2 that they were the comeback kings. And in the super light and fickle breezes on the approach to the finish in Genoa, they snuck through to win.
What a comeback. Crazy, like it felt like 2 weeks of sailing. We managed to do it, it's incredible.
For Offshore Team Germany, victory was easier. They'd led all the way and taken the win. Now it was the oldest boat in the Amoca 60 fleet that led the class. And while the coastal race shuffled the pack a little, it did nothing to change the overall winners.